What's up, guys? It's Tyler here at Barnes Performance. It's Friday. Today is a beautiful day. We have some sick Mustangs we're working on, such as this white 3-valve with the orange stripes. Anyway, this car came in, it was on a tow truck. It had some issues where he was driving and it was intermittently shutting off. So we brought it in, found out that the terminals were pretty loose. So we had Joe throw some new terminals on that bad boy. The old ones were pretty wrecked. You can see they tightened them down, but they wouldn't tighten anymore. And they tried. Looks like they wedged something in there to try to, unless Joe did that to get it off, but looks like they try to make them a little tighter. Sometimes it doesn't work. These aren't very pliable. But anyway, wires are jumping around. Then we also noticed that on the passenger floorboard, it had a ton of water. So we traced it back and found out the windshield was leaking. So he's already got a big chip in his windshield on the driver's side. It's kind of obstructing his vision, so to say. So they're gonna pull the windshield, replace the gasket, seal it in here. There's a weird word for that. Hey, what's the word for the window silicone? What do they call that?
Window weld.
Window weld. That stuff is like amazing. Seals everything up. So that'll get sealed up. This will be nice and tight and no more leaks. Funny thing about this car, it was actually an automatic. So he had Jasper rebuild the transmission 5 times. Eventually Jasper gave him his money back. He came here and we swapped in a manual trans out of the same year car. Literally just bolted right in. Got a clutch pedal assembly, bolted that in. Worked out pretty well, and it's been in the car for a while. XD clutch, obviously. If y'all want to follow, creamsicle_46. He's a good guy. His name's Will. And then our resident cateye is getting its 340 Aeromotive fuel pump today. We're waiting on FedEx to show up, so it's gonna be here around 140. The time now is 2:04. Hopefully we get that sucker in here, get this thing out of here today. He's got a buddy that's gonna tune it over the weekend, so we're gonna leave the injectors, the stock ones in for now. He's gonna baby it home, and then he'll put the injectors in it, tune it, blah blah blah. But that'll work out. You want to check out the stock pump location. It's the bucket for it, and that's your stock fuel pump down there. That little guy. So it doesn't look factory. I think someone's replaced it. It's a Delphi unit, so who knows? Could be OEM. Fun fact, this is your regulator. We've swapped those out on CTSVs and got the fuel pressure up to some crazy amount, like 90 PSI. But this will be wrapped up today. We did change all the fluids on the truck. We swapped out the trans fluid, the front and rear diff, the transfer case, pretty much everything that we could get to, obviously engine oil. So she's got nice fresh fluids. The Procharger's happy. It's not throwing belts. It's not walking the belt any certain type of way. Everything seems to be cool with that. One cool thing about this kit is where the Procharger intercooler is located. It's actually on the bottom, and it has this little flap for, I'm guessing, wind direction.
It's an air dam.
Air dam, sorry, technical term. Anyway, you see our little Procharger logo, and your piping obviously goes up top. But pretty freaking cool Procharger. Y'all did a good job. And then we got Joe over here putting together our little Hyundai project. Looks like he's torquing down the mains for the crank per Hyundai's instructions. We did have a little bit of a misunderstanding. The head bolts that we got from ARP did not come with new washers. You're supposed to use the old washers off the OEM head bolts. But of course we threw those out because we didn't think we needed them. So now we're sourcing more head bolt washers. We had to buy a whole pack with head bolts, but whatever, no big deal. We'll get that taken care of. Sometimes it's just pay the price, get it done faster than sit around and wait. All right, customer just came in from Coco Ford and says he has a diag problem with the intake manifold runner. They're telling him that the intake manifold runners are on back order, they're not coming back in stock, blah, 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 blah. Luckily, we have 3 Gen 2 manifolds laying on the shelf. So, we threw a Gen 2 manifold on this thing, but it still seems to have some type of issue when accelerating, part throttle. So, we're going to diag that real quick and see if we can figure out what's going on. Ooh, spicy. I like it. They're saying like this car has an issue at part throttle. So far so good though. I mean, feels good to me. Let's roll the windows down a little bit and see if we can hear a little better. Ooh, that's spicy. Kind of dipped low right there. That was kind of weird. Let's check our vacuum. For U-Haul truck, we have our own private driveway. But we're going to be nice neighbors. We're not going to bother them. We're going to let them get their stuff in here so they can start making some money. We like to help all the small businesses around here. We actually order shirts from those guys. They have a shirt company called Impress Inc. So we got shirts, hats, a bunch of cool stuff from them just to kind of support them, and they support us also.
I just want to point out how annoying this is. This is something, all right. And they never do.
Ease access repairability? What's that?
Yeah. Thanks, engineers.
Just hold your side. You got that shaft over here holding this. Look at you, shaft. My shaft is holding.
No, it's too small.
My shafty.
Push it towards this way. The whole thing. Okay. Hold up. John, where's the Freol? I hate cars.
Cars are pain.
Sometimes I wonder, why the fuck did I choose to do this every day? Damn, you saw how easy that went in place? Saw that shit? Damn. I'm fucking good. Damn, I love how easy that shit goes in once I lube it up. About 5 minutes, this thing will be running. Time me on that.
5 minutes later.
To get back or get smacked. You know what they say? Get back or get smacked.